Hey, what's up everyone? It's Dolbeck for another new world video. This time it's about PvP and the Bruiser. This is a topic that I did not speak a lot in the past. I did a lot of Great Axe video in PvP. I did some light armored Bruiser, but right now it's the War Bruiser, alright? So there's the conventional War Bruiser that we already used to see and that I'm not gonna tell you the meta right now because you can look at a lot of tutorial on YouTube and just copy and paste. And you know what? If I just do another one more tutorial like this, it's not gonna change your life. But Dolbeck is there to always bring you the big DPS and the meta, that the people are not really thinking about, but that are there and you're able to use it and it can make some variety into your army to make things just work better to if there's like a composition that you have hard time to beat, you're gonna be able to like balance things a bit with your bruiser. So let's get straight into it. You're gonna see recently there was a lot of slash resistance, mostly around the point. Even off point, there's so much sword and shield user that you can use slash protection too, and like trust protection and fire protection. But for a bruiser, it's mostly like just the arcane protection too, because there's the detonate and the slash protection. So this is what people are gonna wear the most on the point. So if you can use something else than slash, that could be nice with your great axe. So this is why that I bring you something really unorthodox and new today. Uh, Not only a build that you can use some elemental on your great axe, but that you're gonna get better empowerment and you're not gonna get some lost from the new perk like penetrating empower and nullify oblivion is not gonna nullify you anymore and stuff like this. So, as you can see, there's the Abyss and the Spark of Mjolnir. The Abyss, if you do, how to say that, if you make a harnessing build and you do all void DPS, we all know that it's gonna make your Abyss hit harder, and then you can put a void gem into your hammer too. And then, with the Spark of Mjolnir, you can kind of do the same, but you're gonna benefit of the lightning DPS on both of your weapon. And you can even do it without those weapons. Like a Natsur Gem Great Axe is not that bad. People don't have a lot of Natsur resistance in war. You see what I mean? So the first step is kinda the elemental axe, and I'm not telling you to put all elemental axe into your composition. You see, it's more about having a variety to not have all the same exact build and like it be easy to counter and be able to change around the stuff so you can counter people too. So you see, with the penetrating empower and the oblivion, you cannot lose the harnessing. You cannot lose the harnessing, and you are not getting hit by the penetrating empower too because you don't have the empower from. It's not the empower that penetrating empower is hitting. All right. So harnessing is kind of great for that. And with this build too, what you need to remember is you can take off all the passive on your great axe that gives you empower. Just take all that off and you're gonna recreate a new great axe build that I'm gonna probably show into another video because this one's gonna be too long. But you're gonna recreate another great axe build with no empower built in because you don't want to be affected by the penetrating empower on the outskirt of the point. And on the point, there's always some nullify oblivion, so your empower does nothing. And we all know that on the great axe, the two ultimate are some empower. One of them gonna give you haste, and the haste can be kinda usable, but I don't think that the other one that gives you empower is still relevant anymore. There's just too much Nullify Oblivion on the ground. Why did you build yourself in Empower? It just makes no sense to me. And if you don't want to lose some harnessing, it's not that bad. Like, if you don't want to lose some perk on your armor, like harnessing, if you put it on all your piece, you're gonna lose some piece. But you can still do this build without the harnessing, all right? Because you have a 50% cap empower, and you're gonna be really, really close to reach it, all right? So uh, not sure what chess piece gonna give you 20% more DPS. So if you're medium and your goal is to do more DPS as a bruiser, like you can have some bruiser with dark void plate and tumbler, but right now tumbler is less and less relevant, mostly in war around the point because of the nullify oblivion and the penetrating empower. Tumbler boots gonna more become like a shirking heal option for the shirking heal build, and use it mostly into the other thing than the war, or like not close to the point. So this is why I think right now Void Dark Blade, maybe there's another artifact that just came out, but for the right now Void Dark Blade and not sure what chess piece is kinda your best option. And right now I don't think anyone used a not sure what chess piece, but I think it's because they just don't understand how good this chess piece can be. And right now, like I said, with the penetrating empower and the oblivion, the not sure what chess piece gonna still give you a 20% damage buff on your base damage. So it doesn't get affected by pen and power. It doesn't get affected by oblivion. Your 20% on the natural chess piece always gonna stay there, and it's not even into your empower cap. It gets empowered by the empower. So it's kinda amazing when you think about it. And yeah, like I think I sold it enough this week. Like natural chess piece is kinda insane. So you take off all the time and power. The ring doesn't count as a time empower, so you can have a ring and you don't get nullify on your ring, and you don't get like the penetrating empower does nothing to you. Um, I'm pretty sure if you have a dude with leadership into your group, maybe you're gonna be affected by penetrating empower. But it's not that bad in the war. I don't think the people are gonna use it that much. The one for the people who have haste is almost better. And it's almost better to just not use one of those two perks, alright? So, uh, if you have someone with leadership on your group, you're gonna get affected by pen and power, but not the oblivion. So, if you have a +1 into your bruiser group and you have leadership, well, you it make you stronger, so like you're closer to your empower cap. You see what I mean? So your hunting stone is another 7%, and it's non-timed, and once again, the penetrating empower gonna do nothing to that. So yeah, tell me if I forget one, but look at this. Hunting stone 7%, harnessing it's like 20%, it's 10%, right? Sorry. Hunting Stone 7, Harnessing 10, Rune Glass 10, uh, and then Leadership 10, and then Oblivion, and then you reach like 47%. You're like at 3% under the cap of Empower, but even if you're at 3% under it, you're gonna do more DPS because you're gonna have the natural what chess piece that is 20% more base DPS. So this empower gonna empower your chess piece, and at the same time, if you use something that is not slash, people who have a slash amulet gonna resist like 15% of your slash damage. So it's like gaining a 15% more slash, more damage on them, and depending on which great axe you use, some gonna hit harder or not. It depends on the resistance of everyone into the composition of you and the enemy. So what I recommend is, like I said, Void would be okay, Lightning would be okay, Nature okay, but fire, don't use that. Because even if the fire would be a nice pair with the blunderbuss or other stuff like that, what happened is there's just already too much fire on the battlefield, so your fire, too much people have resistance once again to the fire, so it's not good. So with your medium natural rat chest piece, you can go all light and it's gonna do a perfect min-max. And if you put the dark void plate, then you're probably gonna be one of the regular bruiser and you're gonna have to go watch another tutorial. You're gonna get the perfect min-max and do your stuff like they do. But my tutorial right now today is more about the unorthodox bruiser who want to just have something that counter the composition of your enemy and give you an edge on the battlefield. And I want to thanks everyone to supporting this channel. I wish you a good day. Peace out.